Hi everybody, this is Nora with Krazy Kool Cakes. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to make an Elmo cake topper. I've had a lot of requests for this topper in particular, so I'm going to be showing you step by step how I create my Elmo, and also going to be teaching you guys how to do a new fur technique that I just recently, just by pure accident, discovered. I'm sure other people have fur techniques, but I don't know if they do it quite the same way I do, so it's just a nice way to give your Elmo cake topper a realistic fur look. The supplies that you guys are going to need to make your Elmo cake topper is, of course, you're going to start off with some red gum paste. I like to use the pre-colored red satin ice because it's very difficult to get white gum paste, the red, the real red, that Elmo is, so I always use pre-colored red satin ice. The amount that you're going to need just really varies on the size of Elmo that you're going to do. Typically my toppers are about 4 to 5 inches tall, so I'm going to actually need more than this, but this is just how much I'm going to start with just to get the torso going and the legs. Of course you're going to need some shortening, okay? You will need some edible glue. You're going to need some white gum paste later on for Elmo's eyeballs, okay? You need to find or use a blade, and you can find these blades at any craft store like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and they have these in the aisle where they sell all the clay tools, and so these bend. They're really cool. Okay, you're gonna need an X-Acto knife, and then when I'm working on my toppers, and especially because I ship these out to a lot of my clients, I send them and ship them in foam core boards. So a lot of you have seen the tutorial that I made on how to cover a cake board with fondant, and that material I use is foam core. So this is foam core. It's exactly ½ an inch thick. You can find a really large board at any craft store, and this is what I use to make my toppers on. Okay, you're going to need some parchment paper or wax paper just to make sure that your gum paste doesn't stick to your foam core board. And then you're going to use a lolly stick, and this is what we're going to use to keep Elmo in an upright position because the gum paste tends to want to move when gravity starts to take over. So the way I start, guys, is I basically just put my parchment paper on top of my foam core board, okay? Elmo's legs are going to be sticking straight out, so I need to make sure that his torso is going to be towards the back end of the board here, so I pretty much just figure out exactly where I'm going to want his butt to be, okay, to get to the point. Alright, and so you take your X-Acto knife, and I just make a little X, just cut through, okay, this is just to get it ready. And then I take my lollipop stick. You can find these at any cake supplies or even at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And then I just push it down. Okay, so there's my little stand. It's ready for Elmo. Okay, so I'm going to put that off to the side. Then I'm going to take some red gum paste. Remember, my topper is going to be about 4 to 5 inches tall, so I do need quite a bit to make sure that he's nice and tall. And Elmo has a little tummy, so you need to make sure that you're going to have enough for that too. It's hard, guys, to tell you exactly how much you're going to need. I mean, really, after doing this for a while, it's just by feel. You just know from experience how much you're going to need. So I already know that this is not going to be enough, so I'm probably going to need one more. Alright, so just to see if it's going to be about the size I want, right now I don't care about cracks and wrinkles, that looks horrible, but I just want to see if that's going to be my right size. Yeah, I'm happy with that, okay? So, take your shortening, we're going to start working out the wrinkles and cracks. I get a lot of questions, and my husband has told you all too, the only way that you're going to get cracks and wrinkles out is you really, really need to put a lot of elbow grease, guys, into working your gum paste. It's not just going to magically disappear on its own. You have to really get the gum paste hot in your hands. And there's several ways of doing it, so I'm just showing you guys the way I do it. I squeeze the heck out of it, you know, let my palms get nice and hot, and I'm twisting and turning the gum paste in my hand until I see that there are no more wrinkles. If by, you know, after a while, if you've already spent like 10 minutes kneading this thing and it's driving you crazy and there's still one crack that you cannot get out, no big deal. Just make that the bottom. Nobody's ever gonna see that. And what I love about the red pre-colored satin ice is that it's really soft and easy to get cracks out. So there, every single crack is out. So the way that you make Elmo's torso, start off with a ball, okay? And then you just start doing this till you get a pear shape. Okay, there his body is starting to appear. Okay. So right now, from butt to neck, he's about 4 inches. When I add his head, he's gonna be about 5 inches tall. So that's about the size I want. Now I want him to have a little tummy so that he doesn't look just like a cone going straight up and down. I just take him in my hand and I just push in a little bit here. And that gives him his little tummy sticking out right there. Okay. If you can see from your view, you can see his little tummy sticking out right here. Okay. So as you can see, after a while, he starts wanting to droop. Okay. So the way you're gonna make sure that he stays nice and straight, always good to have a little pin cushion with some little needles or pins in case you get a little tiny lint or a little whatever is flying around your house. Okay. Okay, so there's his body. Now what I'm gonna do is take your stand where you had your lollipop stick, take it out of there, and then make sure that you insert it right in the top of Elmo's neck, and you're gonna insert it straight down till you feel it hit the bottom, okay, till you feel it hit your table. So I just hold my Elmo's torso in place. Don't worry about denting him right now, you can fix him in a bit. Hold the gum paste so that it's not being pulled down as you're pushing your lollipop stick down. Twist as you push down. Okay, there, it hit the bottom of my table, or the top of my table. So I'm just gonna do this because I can see my fingerprints there in the gum paste. Okay. Now, I'm going to put my fingers on either side of the lollipop stick. I can see it there. And then I'm just going to push down till it comes out on the bottom, okay? Then I get my foam core board and my little parchment paper, put the skewer or the lollipop stick in, and there he is. Now he's not gonna move. He's gonna stay exactly right there, okay? Now, we're gonna pre-make some holes for his legs. So, sorry, I forgot to tell you this in the beginning. You're gonna need a ball tool. I love this ball tool, and you can find this again in the sculpting aisle of any craft store. And this is the larger ball. They also sell this smaller one, okay? Which this is my husband's favorite tool right here. So you take your ball tool and you're going to make 2 holes for the legs. I want Elmo's right leg to be sticking straight out, and then I want his left leg to be kind of bent, as you saw in the photo there in the beginning. So I'm gonna take my ball tool and I'm just going to push in. Sorry if I'm blocking your view, okay? I'm going to push in right there. And you can stretch the gum paste and make the hole as wide as you want so that you know your leg's gonna fit in there, okay? So there's the first hole for Elmo's leg. That's gonna be coming forward. And then the other one is gonna be coming out kind of at an angle and then bending. So I want this one a little bit more to the side here, hope I'm not blocking your view. If I am, sorry, okay? Okay, so there are the 2 holes for Elmo's legs.